leading the way.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Deontay Johnson.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And Sanders now to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
Tremendous overall athlete, does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. It's caught by Mike Evans. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup.
A shotgun snap for Watson. This is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. This pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
At the Steelers' 1 yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Dancing to it. They put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Morton Anderson now for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run.
Anderson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. at their own 29.
Here come the Steelers, the final undefeated team in the NFL this season, 7-0, sitting alone atop the AFC North after a big 4-point win in Baltimore. And a classic AFC North defensive battle. The Steelers defense sent the house after Lamar Jackson. 4 sacks, 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries as well, and a late 4th down pass knocked down by Minkah Fitzpatrick that helped secure the win. Ben Roethlisberger on the offensive side was held in check early, but things got better for him in the second half. 182 yards and a couple of touchdowns in quarters 3 and 4. The Pittsburgh schedule, it's going to cool off a bit now. They'll travel to Dallas, who certainly has been struggling, before returning to Heinz Field to host Cincinnati with a division game. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And he's got some space here. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Saquon Barkley, 29 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Ryan Switzer on the return. A dangerous return man showing it here.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Steelers.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Well, as mentioned earlier, we're at or around the midway point of the season right now, and I want to go through a few AFC races and hear your thoughts on who's going to win. Let's start in the South. The Titans and the Colts 5-2, and the other team's only 1 victory. Who do you think wins this?
Boy, that's going to be a really tough one because of their style of play, but I will lean towards the Colts for 2 reasons. Defense and a reliable kicker.
Well, let's go to the north then. Steelers 7-0, Ravens 5. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Forced out to his left. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tony Gonzalez, 26 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. So simple. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. This fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Ben to throw again. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again is Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now a timeout.
First down, Steelers.
7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a strong first half from quarterback Deshaun Watson. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments adjustments that might be made defensively. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second down.
On second down, Barkley pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Saquon Barkley.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
2.
The 7th leading rusher in the NFL last year. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 27 yards, and the Texans will add on to their lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First down.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018, he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
41-yard line.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And 7 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, a give to Conner. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
taken down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Barkley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the out-pro safety, Micah Fitzpatrick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a
decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's 3rd and short.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
An 8-yard pick.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Short little throw to Ebron.
Roethlisberger's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's at the 40, 20,
Bring it
10,
to second string. Bring it to
and
second
this
string.
will be a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Morton Anderson to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, some strong running. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the reception. Here's Watson. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And Watson's going to throw it here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.